What's the word? It's your boy Prophet Rothstein, and we back today with episode 11 in this motherfucker. And Reg, he was gone last week. God, I missed you, God. You back?
Yeah, I missed y'all, man. I'm back.
In case y'all are wondering who we sitting with today, this young lady sitting in between us, man. First name, greatest.
Last name.
Last name ever. You know what I'm talking about? A real life gladiator. Real life Olivia Pope. You know what I'm saying? The incomparable. You know what I'm saying? I'll even go as far as saying. Brittany Kimball.
Thank you. You far too kind.
Esquire.
Esquire.
You know what I'm saying? Esquire.
Esquire.
So,
and for y'all who don't know, Esquire means I'm an attorney. You know,
Esquire
just throw that out there real quick.
Yeah. What you do, B? What do you do?
Free the guys.
Free the guys. Shout out the guys. Free the guys till it's backwards.
Yep.
How do you free the guys? Like, what the fuck does that mean? You free the guys?
Well, I mean,
what made you want to be a
wouldn't you be a
attorney?
better person to tell me what I do?
We get to that.
Oh, okay.
Well, fuck it. Since you brought it up, let me give you your roses right now. Like, for y'all that know me, that know, you know what I'm saying, me personally and everything like that, them little shits I was going through, you know what I'm saying, and them little, this is the young lady that represented me. This is my lawyer. You know what I'm saying?
That freed you, not just represented you.
That freed me. We went to the trenches. We been to trial. A lot of you niggas don't know shit about going to trial no more.
No, they just cop out.
That's true, and that just breaks my heart. Y'all gotta care about y'all life. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody ain't got you though.
That's true. Which I mean, I'm available for hire. You know what I'm saying? I'm on 87th and Stony. You can come. You know, Google me. On Twitter, I'm Google Me Esquire. You know, on Instagram, I'm Brittany Kimball ESQ. So, you know, I'm available for hire. Everybody don't have me, but they can.
You can definitely have it. She is the fucking truth. I'm not gonna bring nobody on here that's no fraudulent, you know, that's you know, and big up nobody that's not fraudulent. I want to personally thank you. You know what I'm saying? There's been some time where I done had my back against the motherfucking wall. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up. No luck and down, you know what I'm saying? And
in the middle of the night, I just want to tell you that people have reached out on his behalf on Instagram. Like, oh my God, he got arrested. Can you help him? He got bond court in the morning. But for real, don't Instagram me. I really don't like that. But
and I swear
that is an available method, but please don't. I prefer, you know, you to go through the proper channels.
Is that like a gift and a curse though? Feeling that somebody have some people calling you like to save them? At the same time, though,
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes you get tired of it.
I don't get tired of it. It's like, wait. So when Brandon first came to me, he didn't have a background. So to me, that's a huge weight on my shoulder. Like, I remember we had a conversation, and he's like, maybe you don't think my case is serious because it's not a murder, but this is serious to me, B. And I'm just like, I understand it's serious. I'm just telling you that it's going to be okay. No, I'm just saying it's taking so long.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it, bro. I'm on house arrest ready.
Seemed like she had a lot of other shit.
I was ready to do the race. I was ready to do the race, bro. Right.
He's like, it's just taking so long. I don't know what to do, blah, blah. I'm like, you know, it's going to be okay. He's like, it's not. Like, this isn't a murder case, so I don't know if you're taking this serious. And I'm just like.
Because she calm as fuck the whole time. Bro, I'm on house arrest. I'm sitting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, I ain't got shit to do but think about this shit every motherfucking day.
This your first run with?
It's my first run with a paid attorney. See all that what they call them, public defenders and shit?
PD.
Yeah, that ain't it.
So how did you find out about it though?
Shout out Nana. The woman that I was messing with at the time, she was.
We went to high school together.
Yeah, classmates.
Okay. Yeah, we went to high school together.
I didn't really want the lawyer that the guys had. I needed a motherfucker that was gonna pay attention to my shit. This is my first felony, like, you know. And then at the same time, it was some bullshit, bro. Like, you know, they came in the crib.
Well, they came in the crib, and it was funny because he's like, "Yeah, they did me a favor." Now, this is the funniest thing to me. He's like, "Yeah, they gave me a favor. They didn't even give me the gun." I was just like, if they're saying that you lived at the place where they raided, they didn't do you no favor. He's like, what? what? Like, he was just astonished. Like, they lied to me? Absolutely, the police lie.
Blame me.
All the time.
Blame me.
But that's part of us being ignorant when it comes to the law and how they play us against the law. Like,
I'm a firm believer you never know the law till you get raised your rights.
but sometimes, you know,
I
the
became a
neighborhood-
Google motherfucking expert at that
Right.
and blew her phone up with that shit. I'm like, B, they trying to slam me, G.
But everybody say that they did me a favor. They ain't put the gun on me.
It was 2 of them.
That's some hood shit right there that everybody
Well,
believes.
and I
like,
mean, the funniest thing is that, like, if you're in your house, they didn't do you a favor.
They had
Like,
a FOIA card, though, too.
you had a FOIA card and you were in your house.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and you weren't a felon. So it wasn't like, oh, they did you any, they was trying to say that was your house so that they could put the drugs on you. I just told somebody that story today about how police be lying because that's what they be doing. And so,
Called me clean the fuck off.
so we had trial for him and the
Wait,
police.
let's not even get there, folks. We got to bring up to that point. They hauled my ass clean the fuck off. Fuck if it was my house or not, if it was my guns or not, you know what I'm saying? Even when they hit the crib, G, I come outside. These niggas are regular Suburbans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, G? They deep.
And you would think that maybe if he was the person that they was looking for, he wasn't, but that didn't really matter.
With a warrant for somebody else. That does matter.
I mean,
because at the end of
it
the
matters
day,
because you were really innocent, but in my life, I'm gonna tell you, I don't really care if you're innocent or not. I'm just saying if they didn't do it the right way. But you know, your case was especially stressful for me because you were stressing, and and he was saying he was innocent, and I'm just like,
yeah.
But you hear that
Heard it all before.
no,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
actually don't care. Like, people tell me they're innocent all the time, and I actually don't care because when I read the stuff, I know whether you did it or not. I'm never gonna ask you. Did I ever ask you that you had them drugs?
Nah.
It wasn't none of my business. I didn't care. But
You gotta paint that.
So you never had a case that was kind of like personal to you, or you felt like, okay, this case I'm really gonna go hard, or nah, this case right here, like, dude was.
so, whether you do it or not, if you hire me, I gotta go hard for you.
That's important because today we talking about some serious shit, though.
Okay.
We talking about snitching.
Mm-hmm.
And in my particular case, the warrant was for someone else. You understand me? And if anybody in the city of Chicago, you know what I'm saying, know, been locked up by and took that trip on home, you know what I'm saying? There's only 2 ways about that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So when I get locked, so when all this shit happen and the raid go down and all, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here, you know what I'm saying? So now when I figure out I'm really going and shit, and I'm thinking I'm going to the District 7 up there on Laughing and shit. These motherfuckers cut up ass and they go clean out west. What the fuck am I? These niggas pulled out into a garage, into an old ass warehouse. The fuck is y'all doing? Where we at? You know what I'm saying? Bro, they get me upstairs. I'm in this UFC cage, G, chained to the motherfucking wall.
Right.
All kind of questions get through the fuck out. You know what I'm saying to you? That's where the I'm doing you a favor shit come into play. You know what I'm saying? They had found 2 guns.
This what they told you.
This they tell me.
But when did the snitching you felt like you like?
First and foremost, the warrant was for someone else
Right.
that I knew.
But the warrant doesn't really matter. The drugs
The
wasn't
drugs
for the person.
wasn't.
The drugs wasn't for the person who was even on the warrant.
This is true.
You just was, I guess, in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Not I guess.
Around.
But I'm saying when you got the home, you saying like.
So, but the whole time though, someone else had been apprehended.
Yeah.
And before this,
Yeah.
and got greasy with the mouth,
Mm-hmm.
and sent their ass to the dig.
So what he's saying in non-ebonics is
Yeah.
that it was the confidential informant that told them that this house was the drug spot.
This-
9
right,
times out of
right.
10, it was somebody who bought drugs from that house previously, not necessarily from you, but they bought drugs from that house. They told them this is the house that you can get drugs from. Police come. And apparently it must have been a lot of drugs because it wasn't just the neighborhood police who came all the way there.
Yeah, it wasn't District 7.
Yeah, it was a special task force.
Yeah, special
Out
like a
west.
motherfucker up in this place, but it's the FBI,
I'm seeing-
ATF, and
Right.
the CPD all in one motherfucking building, bro. These motherfuckers got
Right.
jurisdiction to go throughout the whole fucking city, knocking the wood off your shit.
Yeah, definitely. You know I'm familiar with it.
All right.
I'm just trying to
Okay.
see she didn't know, but I'm just listening to her. I know
Are
she
you?
is. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but
What are you
I know
familiar
what a
with?
conflict.
You the police. You 12.
No.
Oh,
Not for
okay.
me with
I'm
that
about to
part,
say, I'm
but
about to have to
the whole
go.
process of the system and how you
But
can be
yeah.
a victim to a confidential informant.
So I was
And shit like
a
that,
victim
so-
to a confidential informant, a snitch, essentially. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, I would say, like, I wouldn't call you necessarily the victim. You were just like the innocent bystander.
I got
of the
victimized. I went to fucking jail.
You was like
Yeah.
the.
What are you talking about?
You were just collateral consequences.
What the fuck is that? What is collateral consequence? I
Collateral.
went to jail, B.
I understand, but you were like a collateral effect of what happened. They wasn't trying to get you though. Like the
Yeah.
real truth, they did collaterally.
Yeah,
But you got off though.
I did.
So
That don't-
you know, all's well that ends well.
In hindsight, but I became
I
the.
did get off
You should have hired
And I
me.
did
What
a
year
lot
was
of time.
what year?
a few times.
Oh,
times,
that's
yeah.
unfortunate. What year was this?
2008?
Oh, I wasn't a lawyer yet. I'm sorry.
Okay, I wish you was.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was in law
I'm
school.
sure.
Sorry.
But it was that type
Getting
of shit
wrong, but
that
that's okay.
Yeah.
I missed your error. I'm glad that I ain't got no damn
should
error.
have
on
happened.
that.
Because I'm trying to tell you, when to get back to what she was saying, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I'm a first time felon,
Yeah.
and at the same time, I know I'm innocent.
No, let's just go back to how much you was like throwing a
Please.
hit to feet every day. Oh my God, they trying to charge me with a Class X. Oh my God,
That's
I've
the
never
second
been.
one. That wasn't the first, see? That's the second one. That was the
Well, that's
indictment.
just,
We not talking about the indictment. We talking about the raid.
Oh
You know
well,
what I'm
look,
talking
you
about? That's
just
different.
look, but you went off so many times
I ain't
that it was
I wanna
I
touch on
couldn't
that, him going off
differentiate.
And you having a client and them calling constantly at the county or wherever they at, like, man, what's going on? This a petty case. I'm supposed to be here.
Well, Mr. Redman was out. So it was one of them things like I'll talk you down if you're a first time situation. Like if you're a career criminal, I'm definitely side eyeing you. I'm not even gonna lie. I am definitely side eyeing you, trying to figure out why you throwing a fit. Like you not new to
know
this,
what it is.
right? You not new to this. You true to this. Like this is
Right.
the life that you chose.
Right.
So when you are a first time offender and this stuff is coming up, I will have patience with you. Even about the second time. Anything more, I'm gonna be honest, it's
You
going
probably that's probably what you do, huh? They probably ain't lying on you, huh?
what?
You say first time, second time it's cool, third time it's like
Third time it's like, come on now,
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
already
like
been
you
through
cut,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, like we already been through this. But I'm gonna answer the phone. But
That's how I feel
Because-
too, though. Sometimes with the lawyers, I'm just speaking from being somebody who had a lawyer and I was fighting the case, and I, you know, like I said, I've been to the penitentiary every time I caught a case. I went, you know, I never, and I had lawyers.
And we would have these conversations, B.
Yeah.
He like, damn, how the fuck you keep beating all these cases? I'm like, man, shorty
they
coach.
stay beating
She got
cases.
she
I
got the
never
cheat
beat cases
code.
with paid lawyers.
well, I will tell you that my brother, honestly, my brother is kind of bitter, kind of just like you sound a little bit like a little mad because you didn't beat your case. My brother, when he, it wasn't no shade, but you know, you sound a little
Yeah.
mad in your heart. But first time he goes to the penitentiary, he goes for 6 years. Like he don't get no boot camp, he don't get anything, and he's just like, oh, these people beating him, you know. Not to be super spiritual, but I just feel like that's what God had to do for
To
your
get you
life
right.
at that time. You know what I mean? Like I will say, my brother went down for 6 years. He was in the penitentiary. It was hard on us. That's not kind of our reality, but
Right.
that became our reality when he went to prison, and he's never been back. So I don't necessarily know if he would have. He's one of the people that say the catching come before the hanging. So he's one of the people that I feel like if he wouldn't have went to the penitentiary the first time, he probably would have been a repeat offender.
So it's a life jacket for him.
Yeah, and I know this because in 2000 he got arrested in February, got out on bond, and then in May he caught another case. So he's one of them people, you know.
It take a few times sometimes.
I mean, I ain't never been in jail, but that's
That
not
shit-
for me.
It's fucked up.
I don't
I
be
could
in
have kissed your
handcuffs.
ass when I seen you
Right.
come back there in the bullpen that day. I ain't know what was going to happen. I ain't know if they had made contact with her or nothing. G. I'm talking about you. I'm at bond
Which
court. I'm
one?
talking to you.
Which time?
This was the second time.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. When
Yeah,
you
yeah.
when they
Yeah.
hit me on Instagram.
Yeah. She come walking back there, G. I swear to God. Oh.
I was so mad.
Yeah,
I'm
I
being
saw
honest.
it.
I was
I
very
I was happy to see you.
The feelings
You
wasn't
don't never-
mutual. I mean, it wasn't mutual. I didn't.
I
It
was
was, and
happy
it
to
was
see
actually
you.
Saturday night. So now I got to figure out how to get my life together on Sunday, comb my hair, like.
Gee, I went
To
outside
appear
for
in
15
court.
minutes and never made it back in. I didn't know if she was coming out. It was a weekend. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like I didn't want to come.
And it was bond court. Lawyers don't usually show up to bond court. I would say that. My lawyer showed up to bond court.
I show up when I'm paid.
She showed up to
And
bond
then you got a
court.
black lawyer, a black woman. So that's what I want to touch on. Like
We big up
that
black
right
business,
there.
right?
Yeah, definitely. Being a black woman and a lawyer, like the challenges of that, like what motivated you and inspired you to become a lawyer, and then like I want some of the stories like your challenges as a black woman.
Well, I will say the story I told you about my brother, that definitely motivated me. He went to jail when I was in high school. And then I'm like, oh shit, like you see the travesty of the justice system firsthand where his lawyer, I don't even remember the lawyer name, he told us that, well, he'll be out before you even before you graduate from high school. He wasn't. Like, he absolutely was not out. He got out probably about a year after I graduated from high school. So, like, the fact that the lawyers are just lying, they was out to get money, like, I was just like, when I become a lawyer, I'm not going to be that person. Like, I'm going to really care. I'm going to really fight. It's just, to me, these non-black attorneys, in my opinion, a lot of times, they about the dollar bill. And I'm not going to say, like, I'm cheap or that I'm free, but I will say that I give quality representation for the amount that I pay. Like, I'm not trying to hurry up and get you to plead out either. Right. Like, if you have like I said, first time felons, you're gonna have to make me plea you out because I'm not gonna plea you out. Like my
I was ready, Reg. I was ready. She was like, man.
I'm like, you don't have a background. Like, you don't have a background. You make these people fight for that shit. Like, it's no reason why they're not even giving you a gift. Like, they're giving you the bare minimum that I can go to trial and lose and get. Why would you just hurry up and just be like, okay, I'm going to sign my name on this paper? Like, it makes no sense, in my opinion. But I don't spend an hour in jail, and that's what some people tell me. Like, I'm not going to, you're not the one going to jail.
That shit ain't made for me, big dog.
They like, you're not going to jail. I'm going to jail, so let me sign my name on this paper.
That's
and if they
right
do
there.
that's cool.
Saying that you wouldn't even let them cop out. Because after a while, you get tired of fighting that. Because I got to be the person speaking from the inside to you as a, you know what I'm saying, as an inmate, and then you being a lawyer. Because I did this a few times. Like I said, I took that ride 5 times. I've been to the penitentiary.
What you do?
Oh man,
drugs.
come on, Reg.
I got a lot of different, things that I've been through in my life.
What you do, Reg?
I gotta speak for these people though that's been behind these bars and they had these bogus lawyers that then took them for their money, or knowing that they didn't have that much knowledge as far as the law go, and playing on them on that, and just looking at them as a bag, trying to get their little money or whatever. And sometimes you being there, you call these lawyers, they ain't answering. People think that they just get a lawyer and then it's okay. Get you a Jewish lawyer.
Oh my God, I be so tired of hearing that. Like, they not your friends. I'm gonna tell you right now, the Jewish lawyers, they're not your friend. But people have fired me talking about they gonna get them a Jew lawyer. Okay, all I can say is you'll be back. Like,
because we're not used to that. We're not used to seeing one of our own people and then a black woman come.
But in real life, I think that it comes into the reason why black businesses don't do as well as other businesses, because we are our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Like, the first time somebody see me, when I walk in the courtroom, people like, oh, I want you to demand attention. I go in court, the sheriff think I'm somebody baby mama, like, in real life. Like, they like, oh, go sit over here. And I'm just like, who the fuck you talking to?
But do that feed you to fight? Like, okay, I'm going to show y'all that. Like,
I know,
I'm
like,
here as a sleeping,
let's be very clear. I just flex on them real quick at that moment, because
right.
I just be like, I'm an attorney, and they like, well, you should say something. I'm like, what, you want me to put it on my fucking forehead? Like, I'm not really certain what you want me to say, but my whole thing is that they should treat everybody equally. Even if I was somebody baby mama, you shouldn't talk to me crazy.
Yeah, cause they be tweak. They be tweak, bro.
Yeah.
I had a judge on my case, man. What was his name on the last one? The one that they killed.
Oh, you had Mouse.
66-year-old Cook County Associate Judge Raymond Miles was shot multiple times near his garage in a middle-class South Side neighborhood on Monday in what police are calling a senseless act of violence. Chicago police say just before 5 a.m., the judge's girlfriend walked out of the house and encountered a gunman. The two exchanged words in what police say might have been a robbery attempt. Then the woman was shot in the leg.
Judge Miles, bro.
Yeah.
I can remember. What was the first one? Yeah, Judge Mouse. I liked him. He was the best.
The Judge Miles was, but this is the judge. This man to make you write fucking lines like a fucking.
No,
like
go
a
all the way
kid.
back before that. Y'all had to. This was the only judge who literally made y'all come in and you had to be on time for court. Like Judge Miles did not play that.
Don't matter
You
if he come on the stand at 10 or not.
He had to take attendance. You had to come in. You had to sit in the jury box. He waited to make sure that everybody was in there because by the time he got there, your ass better be there.
Yeah.
But in
And
real
lawyer's
life,
never on time. Your lawyer
No,
never
not
there.
the lawyer. The
the
person.
defendant,
Oh, the
I don't,
defendant.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's be
If
very
you
clear.
got
I don't
court-
have to be on time. I don't. It's a warrant not gonna be issued for my arrest.
No.
But
Oh, see, that's another thing. Listen. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. You talking about your client is out.
Yeah.
See, I'm in.
but even still, that's
You out.
I'm just saying, like,
honestly,
I'm
you
talking
being
about-
you being in. There's definitely no urgency for me to get to you, only because they might not even have you up.
I don't give a damn, but I'm in there. I want you to be.
I mean, I
Yeah,
understand.
for me
Look,
being out,
look,
though, I have to be. He only go on the stand at 10 to 10 o'clock.
I know what you talking about.
But I'm
Being
gonna be
in the
there at
courtroom.
9. But the nigga, if you late, he make you write lines. I will not be late to
But
court.
B, that's a privilege.
You can't talk, you can't chew gum, none of that shit.
Be your ass on time in court. Nigga, I'm
Yeah,
talking about being
yeah.
in there
Let's
in the
be very
county
clear.
going to in shackled
you
going
couldn't
to court.
postpone.
Like I ain't had no bonds a lot of
That's what I'm
Oh,
times.
cause look,
Right,
now you got
exactly.
a whole lot of issues.
That's what I'm
Don't
saying,
blame that
that's
on the
what I'm saying,
system, nigga.
exactly.
You gotta be
You do
talking.
sound a little bitter, Reg, right now, though. You know what I'm saying?
You telling me a story about you free fighting the case?
Yeah.
I'm talking. I said I want to give y'all my view.
But you're not giving us your
and
view
speak
because.
for the people inside
But
that's going through this with these lawyers.
let's talk about that. How many times were you arrested before you didn't get a bond, sir?
You know how it always
No,
Nah, bro.
You are
You know how it always
Wait.
starts. Shit, the second time.
Okay. So the first time you had a bond
Yeah.
and you caught another case.
While on the bond?
Were you on your bond?
Probably so.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
probably so.
now we're sitting here, and now you decided you got free, and we talk about this on a Legally Speaking, that you got free and decided that it was smart of you to commit another crime while you was facing your first time. Does that
I
seem
didn't
smart
think
to
it
you,
was smart
sir?
of me. Shit just happened. But now I got you
So
as my
let me ask you a
attorney, and I'm
question. So,
saying, give me
so
that.
the drugs just appeared
Get
in
me
your
the hell out
pocket.
of here.
No, I was hustling.
Oh, okay,
But I'm
so
saying, you know,
so here's the thing.
You probably was
I
hustling.
just want you to know, like, I'm not a magician or like a I'm good at what I do, but you got to give me something to work with.
Right.
You having 6 felonies with guns and drugs, and
Yeah.
you want somebody to say get it.
But I wasn't speaking on your behalf. I was speaking on the other lawyers. I was telling you about what the other lawyers do versus having
It sound like your sense of urgency be a little bit more intense inside.
Well,
you feel like
I
the
mean-
lawyers is when you got to pay a lawyer.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I mean they can play with you a little bit more when you're inside.
no, they can't.
When you're
Like,
outside, you pop up at their office. do
No,
stuff
I
like
mean,
that, like-
did you have any family?
yeah, I had some family.
They
Well,
can
and I
pop
mean,
up.
like they could pop up. I'm gonna be honest. I've
Some
never.
real shit.
Yeah,
in
perfect
my
family will.
Well, I look.
But
You
you
got a
in there,
whole-
you
got a
got-
whole
You
lot
got
of
support,
issues.
you know what I'm saying? Say, this shit getting heavy.
I'm gonna turn over here. You got a whole lot of issues. You have family
I'm giving you all
problems,
our issues.
lawyer
This is
problems.
I'm giving
fucked up,
you
huh?
all our issues. I'm saying I'm speaking for
The
inside.
inmates, okay.
now. You
Well,
a lawyer.
I have
let me
clients
speak.
that on
For those
that
in
are on
custody,
the
right? In
that are
custody.
on the
'Cause y'all
inside.
telling a story about out custody.
Well,
all
I
this shit.
have clients
You late
that's
to
on the
court,
inside, but
I'm ready for court. I'm waiting on your ass to get back in this
look,
bullpen.
you get up at 7:00 in the
Get to me and let me
morning.
know what's going on.
You
You,
definitely
ain't
got-
here yet. I ain't heard from you. You ain't seen nobody else.
Well, no.
judge
So
is
I'll
ready
just
to
That's
call
your
me out here.
pay? That's your pay, lawyer?
The judge is ready to call me out here.
Well,
They ain't
I don't
seen my
know.
lawyer.
I don't know nothing about that because
That's your
my
pay,
clients.
lawyer? Like that?
Well, I'll just
Yeah.
tell you, my
I'm
clients
saying.
that are in custody see me twice a month. Well, pre-COVID, I'll just put that out there. Pre-COVID, my clients saw me twice a month. I would come to the jail once a month to see them, and I would see them in court.
Okay.
And they could call me. I really wish that they wouldn't call, but they can. I would accept, I have a little bit of money on my phone. But for,
Free the guys.
free the guys. But that's what I do. You see me twice a month. That's all I could give you. Like, unless it's an emergency and we about to go to trial. Then you'll see me a little bit more. But when I tell you you're going to see me twice a month, I will tell you this. You better have all your questions. Either write them down when we see each other at the jail or write them down and have them prepared for court. Because ain't no, I forgot to ask you a question. I need you to come back here. No. Like, you got your 2 times this month. We're going to keep it moving. But what I will say is, you have the vantage point of somebody that was in custody. The same person that want to talk to their lawyer all the time when they in custody don't fucking call me one time when they get out. Yeah. Not once. You calling trying to prep them.
I'll let you.
You calling trying to prep them for trial. No, the same relation. We still got this case that we trying to work. But the urgency.
I'm glad you touched on that. That's what I'm saying. Okay, a lot of people get lawyers and they think I'm good. My lawyer gonna work everything out for me. When you never had a lawyer, a real lawyer. You get a lawyer, you feel like, okay, I'm good. I got a lawyer, do all the work. You still need to be knowledgeable of your own case. You probably need to be looking up your own case. Give me your lawyer some pointers like, man, what about this? What about that?
No. Let me just pause you real quick. Let me pause you real quick. Let me just pause you real quick because that word you just used, give your lawyer some pointers. Let's be very clear. I mean, you on the inside of a motherfucking cell can't give me no damn pointers.
Why can't I?
Because first of all, I've been to law school for this. So half of the stuff you're reading, you don't even understand.
Okay.
So when you come, because again, I let you read, go and read. We'll have a conversation about it. Bring me your cases. We'll have a conversation about it. Mm-hmm. When I ask them, okay, so these facts seem similar to you. How? Nigga, you got a gun case. This nigga had a body. Right, how is it similar? How?
I mean, you know that go on in the jail. Two motherfuckers be telling you.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, but you all trust the jailhouse lawyers more than the lawyer that you pay.
I trust the Google.
Money to.
I trust the
Google. We ain't got
Google.
no damn Google. When this
I'm telling you, I'm for the niggas on the outside. Yeah, I'm talking about, all right, well, this niggas on the outside a point of view. And we got Google.
You a privilege.
Nigga, no, you a privilege.
Nobody told me to get put in the jail.
Fuck your shit up.
I'm speaking on behalf of them inside.
I had the same process your ass had. You know what I'm saying?
You need to be familiar with your case.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you never learn the law until they read you your fucking rights. Nobody give a fuck about the law until you gotta, you know what I'm saying, find out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that sense of urgency comes in.
You start going and you start
because you don't know. Those sense of urgency because you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's about to fucking happen. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody cares about the law. Like, I did a whole thing for me and my friend Brandon did a whole thing years.
Shout out,
Brandon McRoyal, the Shy Lawyer on Instagram. Literally, we did this thing called Illegally Speaking. We would ask people like what they want to hear. All of that stuff. Nobody ever said anything to us. Like, in fact, we never really thought that people was watching. Like, it would just be random people walking up like, oh, didn't you all do that video on blah, blah, blah? And we just like, oh, yeah. Or, you know, people who didn't even have criminal cases would say, oh, I came across your YouTube page.
So let's get to my trial. Because my trial came.
Yeah. Okay.
First time I ever been to trial in motherfucking life. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't even have the concept like if you blow this, I'm watching trial like, all right, you blow trial, you go home, get prepared, you know what I'm saying, to go try to get yourself in.
But let's be very clear.
If I blow this shit, boy, it's over with today.
Let's be very clear. When I prepped you and your potential witness for trial, I told you at that point that it was a possibility. Like, if we get found guilty, I don't want you to be surprised, but you'll probably be taken into custody.
This is when I'm putting trial. Mind you, trial is the next fucking day.
It is.
Trial's tomorrow. I've been sitting for 6.5 months on house arrest. You know
that
what
was
I'm saying?
it? Oh, then I did a good job.
Man, listen.
I'm being honest.
But the whole time I'm thinking if I do get found guilty.
Look, I had
what? House arrest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I had a baby in the process.
Wait. Let's address this heat right here. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I was afforded the same motherfucking
listen,
shit.
we got a lawyer here. We talking about real crime shit, man.
Nigga, this is a real crime.
I'm talking about motherfuckers fighting cases in the county 3-4 years.
Reg.
Lawyers got relationship with their lawyers. Like,
let's just be very clear. I will tell you this.
You for a small case and big case, all cases the same, but fuck that.
No. Let's just be very clear. You are a repeat offender. He was a first-time offender.
And that's what I'm trying to get him.
But the problem is
all events, not some.
But the problem is that you continue to do crime. He was scared off the first time.
I didn't say every crime that I was guilty of.
Wait,
I didn't say he was.
That scared word is sure.
I'ma just tell you.
Sure what the
I'ma just tell you.
I was definitely jittery.
All I said, if you scared, go to church.
Yeah.
I went to church.
He did go to church.
I went to fucking church. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like You like, yeah, hell yeah. The same way niggas go to jail and find God. I didn't have to go in there. I saw him out here. Check it out. I hear you. You hear me? Hey, man, I hear you, dog. I hear you. Hell yeah, I went.
So we go to trial.
Did you feel a little bit better having one of your own people fighting for you?
No, I'm gonna tell you
nervous.
no. I will tell you.
Were you confident or
No.
were you feeling like you needed
a
Jewish lawyer?
I wasn't. This is my first time having.
No, I'm saying keep it real.
I'm being for
how
real.
did you feel about
I never experienced the Jewish lawyer versus the African American lawyer.
This is your first lawyer, period.
This is my first paid lawyer ever in fucking life.
Okay.
So I don't know the difference between this one or that one.
He wasn't comfortable. I'll tell you just like that. He was not comfortable. He was not. He absolutely was not. And I'll tell you, because of how he was referred to me, the girl had like I said, we went to high school together. So she messaged me on Facebook. I gave her my cell phone number. Mr. Redmond called me on my cell phone, like bugging out. So it wasn't really no business hours.
It wasn't trickling.
It wasn't
hot, Joe.
It wasn't any of that. Like it was like when I say he was scared, like when I say he went off on me, cause I was just like, it's gonna be okay. I'm like, worst case scenario, you'll get probation. Like this is a drug case. It's nothing in the world. Like you're not going to the penitentiary.
He's like, that's
not, I don't want none of that shit.
I don't want none of that shit.
You hear what he
That's
just
not
said?
acceptable.
You
Yeah.
hear what he said? I'm confident that we can win, but worst case scenario, I don't think you're going to the penitentiary. Of course, I can't make promises because that's not what I do. But
probation. I don't want nothing.
I'm telling you, like, it's gonna be okay. Nah. I Googled something. They said I'm going to the penitentiary. Okay, well, how about you hire Google?
They said I was smoked.
Did you hire Google?
Hell no. I hired BBK Esquire. But the thing is, we talking about snitching.
Yeah.
And in that case, I had every opportunity.
So you feel like you should get cool points because you didn't snitch?
No. Hell no.
I'm just asking.
No. I'm saying that because today's conversation is it's different variations of that word right now.
I don't believe so.
It's a lot of them.
Okay.
What being considered is a snitch nowadays, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same.
Okay. Well,
and then at the same time, what is that's what I'm asking y'all.
Well,
in y'all opinion, of course, in your opinion, but you having the street aspect, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What is
this one with the pretty smell got the street aspect.
You've been here in the background.
You look like you know, with the college, got a MD, got good teeth and everything. You the one who went to. Inside of every one of our podcasts means, man, somehow, some way, no matter what we talking about, we always end up spending 15 minutes talking about what legitimately snitching is, and it started with the 6ix9ine situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you want my opinion?
Absolutely.
So
what is a snitch?
What is a snitch, in my opinion, is if me and you decide to commit a crime, and to get you out that gym, you tell on me. That's a snitch. Flat out.
Knowing what you signed up for.
Like you signed up for, like the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't give a fuck. We supposed to ride.
That's
they
what
say,
it
we
is.
ride together, we die together. Bad boys
for life.
That's what we supposed to do if we gon' if we decide to be criminals together. That's what I think a snitch is.
What's a snitch?
I'm gonna say the description of the same thing. Knowing you signed up for something.
Well, I feel like you emphasizing knowing, but I mean, like, if you do the crime, I don't care if you knew the outcome that it could possibly give you life. Like, I don't care about that. But if you decide to say, all right, we gonna sell 10 kilos of cocaine, I don't care if you knew that 10 kilos of cocaine on the fair level could get you 45 to life. Now, I don't care about that. Now, if you just say, okay, I'm going to sell 10 kilos of cocaine, I feel like if you tell on me, you snitching.
Some people mindset ain't the same. They feel like I can snitch on you because I'm in trouble. Some people don't look at it as this a part of the game. Like, nigga, we selling keys. If you get caught, that's your ass. They like, no, it ain't. That's our ass.
Well, no.
So it's a difference.
So this shit bigger than me, baby. This shit bigger than Nino, baby.
Some people jump into the streets and they don't know what come with the streets. Like we was talking about that before. Like some people jump into the streets. Like I said, if I'm in a car with somebody,
it's called an occupational hazard, my nigga. Like if you
wait.
We all in here, right? We all in here. Say this the trap house. We all in here together, right?
Yep.
They found a gun in here. They put it on me. Everybody else go.
Let me
I
ask you.
signed up for it.
You
I'm
absolutely.
going to jail. I'm
you
gone.
You went to a trap house.
This was my scenario.
Let me ask you a question.
This was my exact scenario.
Should be that.
No.
This was my exact scenario, though.
Let's be very clear, because and maybe I'm unique because I know you could tell on me and say that it was my gun, nigga. We both gone because we could have both possessed it.
Yeah.
Just like if it's a kilo of cocaine right here and it's between the both of us, whose is it? They taking us both to jail. I'm not finna say, oh, it was his. No. I'm gonna be like, I don't know where it was at. I know I ain't have it.
Right.
But also, that's why I ask so many questions about where I'm coming to. Didn't I ask you a whole lot of questions? Absolutely. Because I'm not finna be in that situation because I can't go to jail.
Y'all peep, I'm smoking.
That's different.
I'm smoking a hookah right now. Y'all know I normally be blazed like a motherfucker by now. I'm smoking a goddamn E-pen because
why?
You can't be around this. No, there's no smoking today on the show.
We can respect that.
You hear me?
But listen to this. Some people mindset like you don't have a choice. They just put it on you. Now they taking your ass to the cop. What's going on in there?
I'm not finna say that it was yours because I don't know that it was yours.
You right now. It's a gun.
Right here. I don't know. It was
Scenario.
Yours. Let's be very clear. If it's a gun right now, I got a FOIA card. Let's be very clear. I was invited here and I'm out that gym. Right. And what?
That shit don't go like that.
That's the enhanced new.
Yeah. That don't.
No.
That shit don't go.
Well, let's be very clear.
That shit don't go
we're gonna be honest,
like that.
if it's a
I had a
gun
fucking FOIA card when I hired you. It didn't go like that.
It absolutely did. They ain't charged you with a FOIA card.
I went to fucking jail.
You went to jail for drugs.
They took the guns too, though.
They took the guns just because they wanted the guns, but did you get charged with a gun? And what I tell people who can't handle, because I'm going to tell you, if I'm ever in custody, I'm going to just say, I need a lawyer. Why? Because that means that they have to stop talking to you. Now, if you just say, oh, I plead the fifth because you watched some fucking Law and Order or something, but that mean they can keep talking to you. Like, they going to keep talking to you, keep trying to
drill you.
But
you in Chicago. I need a lawyer. They punch you in your fucking face.
Get punched. You rather get punched by the police?
All these blows we just found.
You rather?
Man, that ain't my shit. I don't even have no
exactly. And then now they got the damn video. Like I'll tell y'all an example.
Give me an example.
I always tell my clients to shut the hell up. I don't know why.
I drink to shutting the hell up.
I don't understand why people decide that they want to talk. What my friend Brandon we have deduced is that these niggas be used to lying to their girlfriends and their mama and them believing it. So then they be like, oh, I'm going to tell the police this story too and think that they going to believe it. But that ain't going to believe it because they believed it because they wanted to believe it and they loved your ass. The police don't love you. Yeah. You can't outsmart the police. So just shut the fuck up. Like you honestly, most people who think that they're really, really clever, they're not really clever.
Yeah.
I have met one person in all of my 11 years that handled the police like a pro by talking to them. It was one person. It was a murder out of South Bend. This guy was like, sir, I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. No, I wasn't in South Bend. Nigga was definitely in South Bend. But, no, I have no idea. I've never been. Where's South Bend, Indiana? The first time is today. Like, he did that perfectly, didn't get upset. Why was I pissed that he talked? Because now we got to switch your defense to fucking self-defense. Because that's the damn defense that's actually going to be there. Because what people don't realize is that you can say you weren't there, but we have these things like tracking devices in our pockets that tell you where you was at.
They ping off them towers.
And so now we sitting here with all this evidence against you. I can't take a jury to say that you wasn't in South Bend and you ain't never heard of South Bend. So now what's your defense going to be? You going to tell me the truth or what we finna do? So then your defense is he pulled a gun on me, which is believable. Okay, so let's work this out. But now you have a statement that contradicts he pulled a gun on me. Why would you say that? You know how all these white people be getting off on self-defense? Yeah. Because they call the fucking police as soon as they shoot the damn person.
Why?
I was afraid for my life. Oh, my goodness. They don't say, oh, I wasn't there, and then flee.
Shout out Shonda. Shout out Ro. I'm listening.
What are you talking about? I mean, your whole phone look like it's black. You got a privacy screen.
Absolutely. Shout out to Zag and the privacy screen.
Want to dig a little deeper with like the lawyer thing and her being just black and being able to have somebody represent you of the same race. That's kind of special to me because for so long they've been pitching all these Jewish lawyers and things like that.
Can I ask you a question? Have you hired a black attorney?
When you were going through your That's what I'm trying to tell you. No, I never had exposure to a black attorney. No one ever. recommended a black attorney to me. So that's what I'm telling
Ain't
you.
no fucking recommendation. You saw the nigga that was winning and you like, shit, I want him.
No, not all the time, B. That's what I'm telling you. These 5 runs,
Yeah.
every time got a little bit more familiar with lawyers. But other than that, somebody was saying, I know a lawyer. Or I know Tim Nance. I know this person. I know that person. Or I know Marshall Weinberg. Shit like that. I never seen a poster board with a black woman on there or a black man saying, let me defend you. Let me beat your case. I never saw that. So
Would
We got them accident attorneys now. Shout out Cannon. You know,
would you
his ass
have
is
hired?
everywhere.
Would you have hired an attorney off a billboard? And this is for my own personal, because I'm being honest. It costs a lot of money for a billboard. People always tell me to go on a billboard, but I would never spend that money because I don't feel like people who really in the trenches would go. Like you say, everybody you hired was off of word of mouth.
Yeah, definitely. No, I was just giving that as an example. Like I never saw any visuals of a black lawyer really to me. The closest one was like Sam Adams or something like that. And he ain't even, what is he, mixed or something?
Yeah, I mean he black.
Under
the one dropper rule, you know, we all black.
Obama
so
joint.
yeah, I never saw that. So this is important to me, especially with us. I think even with counseling, everything, we need to have our own people counseling us, being our lawyers, representing us, period. But we not taught that. So for you to be like you are, like you say, she a beast. A lot of people don't know about this. Society right now with all this stuff going on, we don't know our laws, we don't know nothing. So having a black woman that we can pitch to represent us is very important. I always felt like black women did a good job at fighting for us in the first place. So with you sitting right, what? Go ahead, say it.
That's just look. That has been our cross to bear since the beginning of time. We've been fighting for y'all ass since the beginning of time. But it's a thankless job. I'll be honest.
Right.
It's a very thankless job. I would say, you know, Mr. Redmond might say thank you, but typically it's just like, oh, I paid you to do that shit. That's what you were supposed to do. And I mean, it's cool. That's what I was supposed to do.
My back was against the wall. Fuck all that, Reg. I was going down, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. I'm eternally grateful. Fuck all that. Because that was the first case. Mind you, after that, I pulled to you. I caught a fucking indictment.
Yeah.
That was the first case. I turned around and, you know what I'm saying, and caught an indictment.
It was a couple years later, but it was still some bullshit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's when...
Are we going to talk about the disposition of that case?
I almost knocked my motherfucking drink out.
I guess we ain't going to talk about the disposition of that case.
On that, man.
Well, I mean...
It's very important to how
it is. I agree.
Right now.
I agree, but I mean, it just comes down to whether or not...
And shout out to you for showing up. I'll drink to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost past my bedtime. But I will say, I appreciate that, but you probably didn't see it because a lot of people don't put weight in black attorneys. Like, they want a hookup. They want you to do something for free. They would try to demand things of you that they wouldn't demand other than white people that, you know, that you... And I'm better than all of them. I'm just going to put it out there like
that's
I am.
How I want. You
like,
that's what you want for the
but... The issue is that because of racism and everything like that, they put more weight in him walking in. Like, people called me for some murders this summer, and then like after the bond court, they hired a white attorney. I don't care, because in real life, I know them attorneys. They're not as good as me.
Right.
Like, I represent a co-defendant on one of them, and we won and they lost. So it's just like, if that's what you want to go, I'm not going to throw no salt on his name because everybody out here to get money. But when it come down to it, they looking... Oh, he's a white man. Maybe he's cool with the judge. I don't really need to be cool with the judge or the state's attorney. What the state's attorneys know about me is, oh, she going to make us go to trial. And that's the best gift in the world because, why? They probably going to give you a better deal, especially when they know their case is some bullshit, if that's what you want to take. I'm going to tell you, unless it's a gift, let's go to trial. But, you know, it all depends
She gun
on
hoe on that go to trial. Back to the Judge Miles. I was set to go to trial. They killed Judge Miles.
Yeah.
Now I've been sitting in front of this same judge for the past 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Like for the continuance and shit. They killed him. And then so for the next 4 months, I didn't have a judge at all. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, if it was gonna be sitting in the
But can we
courtroom.
just be very clear? What did I tell you though?
What did you tell me, B?
I told you that we were gonna win regardless, right?
That's what you said.
Oh, okay.
But Google told me something else. Yeah.
And I told you we were going to win regardless. And this is the person after I have already clearly won his first case. So this is a second case.
Yeah.
And he's still looking at me like, I don't really know. So when you ask that question about black attorneys, I believe if he had a white attorney, he would have never doubted them.
This is bullshit.
He would have went
Lies
to
you tell.
the moon
You got
off
me.
of that. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
You wrong in the motherfucker.
I could be wrong, but I'm just
completely
telling you.
I don't give a fuck if you black, white, yellow, or purple.
Okay.
But then you gotta understand what
This
she's
is my
coming.
motherfucking life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I have a set track record.
Yeah,
Now,
but that first case wasn't the second case.
The first case was worse.
The second case.
No, it was
the
not.
indictment wasn't worse than the first.
No, and you decided to pick up. Oh my God, they indicted me like it was something worse. No,
Hey, they talking about goddamn
the indictment. Let me finish.
special prosecutors and
indictment was only the means that they decided to charge you. It meant nothing. It was not worse than the first case. They had proof of residency that you lived at this house and it was drugs at this fucking house. Nigga, you could have been gone.
So what about the 15? What's it called? 1505 funds? The mark money.
The money.
Yeah, 1505 funds. Isn't that
15, it
the same
matter.
as having proof?
No.
Man, listen, them motherfuckers pulled
Okay,
up, bro.
let's be
I had
very
a
clear.
whole handful of weed.
You had a
He
hand-
told me don't worry about shit. That nigga pulled my money out my motherfucking pocket, read that shit up over the mic.
Let's be very clear.
That shit came back, he turned around, slapped the fuck out of me.
And they didn't
Threw me in the
have.
motherfucking truck.
And they didn't. What they didn't have
And
is
told
that
me,
they didn't
nigga,
have
you know
the
what
serial
fuck
numbers.
going on,
They
supersede to indict.
No, they didn't.
No, man,
The
fuck that.
police
So
can't
shit.
supersede to indict you.
So that's what I'm trying to get to. Like, what would you tell somebody that then came into a situation where they didn't call a case or whatever? Like, for you to represent them, like, what would be? How would you come about tell somebody to come about picking a lawyer when they in jail on that situation? Like,
Well, I would say, honestly, you have to go off your gut and what you feel. What I always tell people that if you're not gonna trust me, then hire a motherfucker you gonna trust. Cause like I'm not gonna keep going back and forth trying to to gain your trust. Either you
is
gonna
it
listen
any
to
kind
me.
of like
It's not.
something I can see that I can trust?
I think
them.
like, people have asked. I wouldn't even say like what's your track record. Like I would just ask, what was the experience that the person had when they gave you the recommendation. But I will say before you get to the situation of hiring an attorney, don't say shit. Like you are your best advocate. Like you said before, you have to advocate for yourself. I have had cases that I don't necessarily know that the person was guilty or innocent. Like I said, it don't really matter to me, but they didn't say anything, and that's why they were able to beat their case. Like I always say, when y'all see this, I guess the back wall won't be blank.
We'll be in the courtroom.
But right now, it's a blank wall.
Yeah.
And that means that if you Picasso, you could pay whatever picture you want to make it look good. But when you make that statement and you say something, whether it's to your mom or anybody else, you making these statements to people, now
that sticks.
that sticks. And now for me to make it pretty, now I have to paint around it. You ever seen a cover up on a tattoo? Like now they
can
gotta
see
go.
some of that
You can
sticking
see
out,
some
yeah.
of the stuff
Yeah.
sticking out, and like you have to address what you tattooed first before you can make the picture pretty. Now I'm not saying like if you make a statement it's an all out bar, but I will say that that's the best way. Like, just shut up.
So shut up and call her.
Yeah.
What do you say to the young black young ladies out here that inspired to be a lawyer? Like, what would you tell them on their journey, like going through law school or?
You want me to be serious or you want me to joke? Because I'm
want
be
you to
honest.
be for real.
I'm gonna tell you, you should probably go, try to be a housewife or something. Because this is not for the faint of
Everybody.
heart. No, I'm just being stupid. But I mean, honestly, it's not as glamorous as people think it is. But if you really want to do it, I say do it, but do it for the right reasons. Like, don't do it for money. I've got gypped on cases. I've had cases that I've decided to myself that I wasn't going to even worry about getting money from, only because I believed in the case. So, am I a millionaire? No. Should I be? Probably so. But I'm not. But I still get up and do the case. I always say when my brother was going through it, we had a family who was able to afford an attorney. But I always was like, if we might not have my mom and my grandma that, had jobs, what would we be able to do? So I would be like, okay, I'll take payment plans. But literally, the payment plans are typically the people who stiff you on certain things. So that's what I mean by that. So you just have to decide, am I going to do it for the right reasons? And the money going to come. So I would tell you, If you in high school, do great in high school, that means you'll get more money in college. Get great grades in college. Do your thing in law school. It don't matter where you go. Pass the bar. I passed it the first time. And, you know, that's a humble brag, but I did.
I got you.
Shout out.
Don't try to shout out, because I'm not talking to you
Obama
right now.
last time. You know what I'm saying?
Don't shout out. I'm not even talking to you no more.
Hey, I'm a felon for the next 5 years. I'm like, it is what it is.
Hey, man.
Let me ask you a question.
It was on me.
Is there a time limit on your felon? He
You know
didn't.
what? Only thing I think of time limit on is the background that they run, like 10 years.
Oh yeah.
Like that. But it's gonna
So
be with you
technically,
forever.
yeah, it's gonna be with you forever. So somebody's saying that there's a time limit on a possible felony. You know that that's fake, right?
I hope it's not. This shit's serious because I remember being in jail and people lying about them having lawyers and shit like that. And a lot of it had to do with people like they was in the streets getting money and then they ain't got no money to get no lawyers.
Oh my gosh, you hit the nail on the head. Please know that hiring a lawyer,
Change is cool to cop, but what?
most important is lawyer
That's
fees.
her famous line.
Yeah.
Change is cool to cop, but more important is lawyer
and I'm
fees.
saying, and that's a lot of black people in there. You know, man, my
Lawyer
lawyer,
fee-
such, and then you go back to court with them, and then they got a public defender.
Yes, because
And-
they decided not to do the occupation house. If you're going to do crime, you need to have your bond money and your lawyer fees up front. Who said that? Like $840 or something?
Yeah.
Like, those are real serious things. If you're going to be a criminal, those are the two
Essential.
things that you need.
But some of
bond money, lawyer fees.
And some of these lawyers, though, it's just hard to reach their retainers and shit like that. So you saying you represent at a reasonable price.
I think I'm reasonable. Some people think I'm expensive. I don't know.
When it's black people, they always want to talk you down. Anyway. See,
Absolutely.
that's what I'm
But you
saying.
can't really talk me down.
They can't. You can't.
Like, you really can't talk me
That's
down because I know my value.
But I mean, you really trying to have it with your freedom?
I mean,
people are. They don't care.
they
Shout out
absolutely
Joe.
are.
Joe, say
Some
how
people
much is
pay
your
top
freedom
notch
worth?
and still ain't be. I told you I never be the case. I got lesser time. I paid for lesser time. I had 2
I
lawyers
mean,
before.
but you know, sometimes that is the blessing in it. Like sometimes you could have been gone for 30 years and you gone for 5. Like that's like how I address cases is try to see if I can win. Like I said, if I can't win, I'm be upfront with you. Like this ain't looking good now. I need to try to see if I can get you the best
Right.
deal possible. But first, I'm gonna try to get you the time. Or if my client tell me, "Fuck what you talking about. I don't want to go to trial. I want to get the best deal possible." Then I get the best deal possible.
Okay. Then I got one I wanted to get.
Yeah,
You in the jam? Don't speak.
Shut the fuck up.
Call her.
Flat out.
And then she spoke.
What you say, Joe?
No, it used to be a commercial. You like, when in doubt, don't sell your homie out.
Don't sell your home. now.
Exactly.
I'm
Because
just saying, 'cause
honestly,
we got-
because 9 times out of 10, you really selling yourself out. So we had this cases one time where this guy was just like, and I did like, it's called my legally speaking episode is called like no halfway robbery, right? So he wants to confess to the robbery, but he don't want to confess to the murder that happened associated with the robbery. And it's just like, no, you just told on yourself. You just put yourself in a position of being at a robbery
That turned into a.
that turned into a murder. Like, and sad enough, the person who actually pulled the trigger, he got found not guilty at trial.
Yeah.
This guy, he got found guilty. Because why? He told on himself.
You put yourself down.
And I will say that we actually was able to get him a very good deal, but he had family pressures that was like, you not finna snitch, you not finna snitch. Now, here's the thing. Now, when you decide to snitch, you gotta snitch all the way. Like, you can't just halfway snitch and say,
Yeah, tell
I'm
the
gonna talk
world,
to the
yeah.
police and then say, fuck, I ain't gonna talk at trial. No. When you decide to be a snitch, you gotta ride that till the wheels fall off. Because if you don't,
It's
you
there.
you're gonna fuck yourself up.
It's
Even
there.
worse.
Yeah. It's the lawyer.
Just in a pandemic and just how the world going right now, we got a new president, a vice president, a black woman.
Shout out. Skiwi!
Exactly.
Come on.
So it's a lot of black women that probably going through something in this pandemic right now. They don't know what they, lost their jobs. They on unemployment. They got kids. They trying to figure out what they want to do, how they gonna do it, what's the next move for them. These stimulus checks, they just stressful. They man might be off.
What's your question?
What would you suggest to the black women out here in the pandemic as far as trying to maintain out here as a black woman?
I mean, our mentality is always we got to boss up. We have never been able or afforded the opportunity to sit back and chill. We have never been afforded that opportunity. So they're going to boss up like they always do. We are historically left when we have children. What people want to tell you, black women don't get married. So what that tell you, we out here, after our parents finish taking care of us, we got to learn how to take care of ourselves. So of the people I'm concerned about during the pandemic, black women aren't one of them.
The black men, what about us being targeted so hard? Like
The black men are definitely targeted, which is why you all have black women's undying support. Too bad that we can't say that the support is reciprocated. That's a more important question if you want to ask me.
That too. Like the black women always
nurturing.
Yeah, the black man and protecting them, but when it comes down to the man protecting the woman, like it's always it's never there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Women always just by nature.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instinctively, you know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where this man, like you fighting, he beating your ass, and the police come, you know what I'm saying? Because you love this man so much and you know what's gonna happen, no matter how bad your ass got whooped, you know what I'm saying? You say no, nothing happened, and you don't press charges, you don't go. You know what I'm saying?
And you see that? We are the victims of crime and we still don't snitch. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Like, and that ain't even a snitch in real life, because to me, if you decide to, we're not gonna talk about the people who decide to call the police just because y'all get into an argument. But what I'm saying is, if you are a legit victim of domestic violence, it should never be a thought in my mind, oh, I shouldn't take a black man down. But in real life, it is.
It is.
And it's often to our detriment or to our death.
It's true.
That we say we're not going to take a black man down, and then this black man doesn't get in trouble, and then what? They come back and kill black women. Like, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, we're loyal to a fault. But I heard on Instagram that 2021, we're not doing that shit no more. That's what I heard.
Yeah. I just wanted to get some insight on. It might be some black women out here that's confused. You know, every black woman ain't confident and strong, so I wanted to see what she had to say about that. But the black men are being attacked out here right now.
I mean, the black men are being attacked, but y'all got to hold it down. We talking about hold down your families. Like, if you was at home with your kids, let's be very clear what they couldn't attack you on.
Do you think that we as a race of people, when it's convenient for us, we embrace that aggressive nature that we stereotypically known for?
No, I think that they say that we're aggressive when we are acting just like anybody else would act. So I don't think that we're stereotypically aggressive.
No. Okay, so they say, but when it's convenient for us, when we know, you know what I'm saying, they feel like we're aggressive. So they approach us like that. Just people. And so when we know we're intimidating to somebody else, do you think at times our race of people embrace that, you know what I'm saying, in order to be intimidating?
What I think happens is that they come to you talking crazy, and then that's what happens. Like, if you, like, we know the Karens get approached and they act fucking ridiculous, right?
True.
But they get called Karens. They don't get called aggressive. They don't get called angry black women. They don't get called, oh my God, I fear for my life because he stood up. They get called like, oh, she's just pitching a fit or whatever the hell. That's, to me, we doing the same thing. You came into our circle, we responded, but the words that they try to use are very coded so that we would be the envy. You know, we're aggressive. You should be afraid of them.
He's just a little bit more animated. That's all.
Which y'all talked about Biden and things like that. I don't know.
You're a Trump supporter? You're a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter?
I am a Biden supporter.
So what is Biden? Right.
Why? Because I probably know a little bit more about politics than some, but the democracy as we had it, Trump was like, people want to say, oh, he just did whatever he wanted to do. Like, but that's the problem. Like, we have checks and balances put in place so that a person can't just do whatever the fuck they want to do. And he single-handedly tried to take all of that down when it was convenient for him.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Like, when he can say, oh, I'm in power, this is what I want to do. He want to say, oh, he helped black people. What did he do? I'm not personally affected by a lot of stuff that Trump did because I'm I guess what you call it, a cisgendered heterosexual woman who don't believe in abortions. But when it come down to a lot of different things, people who are not like me have issues.
That's heavy.
Yeah, that was.
I got a question.
Shout out Joe.
Hi. What recourse do people have? Like, say you got a aggravated UUW, in light of the People v. Aguilar? Like,
Well, you have
can you
to-
get that vacated?
Yeah, you have to literally file the paperwork to vacate.
What is that?
Yeah, can you break it down? I know a lot of people with gun cases and they have never heard of this.
So
They
y'all
still
got
walking
to
around with it.
bombard me with Aguilar right now. I'm just saying,
I don't even know
y'all could have dropped the footnote in my text messages.
This was the first time I had even
so I
heard
could
this
have
shit when he said
intelligently
it.
talked about
So
Aguilar.
Aguilar is this one specific case where that's Aguilar.
So
So
people versus Aguilar is when they decided that certain UUWs. Well, first, it was against the law. It was an aggravated UUW if you had a gun in your house or you was an invitee or you were invited to somebody's house and you had a gun and you didn't have a FOIA card and different things like that. The Supreme Court of Illinois has since said that that was illegal. So everybody who was found guilty under specific statutes, then now they can get their gun charge vacated.
The arrest too?
Yeah, like so first you have to get the conviction vacated. And once you get the conviction vacated, then you can get the whole thing expunged. But you have to motion up your case in court for that to occur.
Do you handle those?
I do.
Have you successfully handled one?
It's a no-brainer, I'm gonna be honest. And so because I'm, real with people, you don't really even have to hire an attorney to do that. Just go to the clerk's office, file a motion to vacate. But I mean, I would technically try to go to an attorney first to see if your statute was applicable if you was applicable under Aguilar.
If your statute, you charge with the same statute, same numbers, does that mean it's the same statute?
Pretty much, but you have to go and see what you pled guilty or you got found guilty under, because your indictment or your information could have, most people don't have just a one count indictment or one count information. They have several things, so you have to see which one your case was disposed upon.
Okay.
You got a fucking gun charge, Joe?
You got a good charge.
Let me fucking find out. You know
It's
what
good to
I'm
be
saying?
familiar with a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I get that. You got a gun charge,
You
Joe?
know me, I'm a nice guy.
It's good to be familiar with that.
Yeah. I read a lot. I Google a lot.
God damn it, Joe. We're going to talk out of this motherfucker, so.
What you got, B? How long what were you?
Real quick, though. Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
They say the old man coming home.
He said that a few times.
Of all the people, I think that it's going to come home,
his
Larry Hoover
co-defendant
ain't one of
His
them.
co-defendant was released, though.
Of all the people, and look, GDs, please don't come shoot up my car or nothing like that.
Free the
I'm
guys.
just free the guys. Like, I am an advocate, but I'm just, real. Of all the people I think will come home, he's not one of them. Yeah. He has, like, life federally and life in the state of Illinois. So if for some reason he was to get a pardon federally, he has to come back to
Statewide.
Illinois and
Stateside.
serve life.
Again.
Yeah.
So what about, okay, so with the co-defendants that's on his case,
Yeah.
they was released. Was supposed to be released stateside, but ended up being just released all the way around the board, time being considered served.
Which means that they probably wasn't dual charged federally and statewide. It was probably one or the other.
Just so, but Larry's facing both.
Yeah, he was.
So, but they just dropped a whole new charge on him because now his case is coming. He you know what I'm saying?
I read that. I didn't see that he had any new charges, but I did see that he was still supposedly talking to the people through dictionaries and stuff. Like, I mean, and
Talking to the people, like what, to the feds?
No. I'm not saying that he was talking to the feds.
Oh, talking to the
his
people, to the nation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Through dictionaries. That's what I heard.
So because that's the case, and he's still running criminal
Which
enterprise.
which is the issue, which is why I say he probably won't ever be out, because he ran and they're saying that he still has control over the streets. Which
Kanye tried to get him
So the
we're
lobby
not even
for him?
talking about Kanye.
Yeah.
Kanye.
He tried to shoot.
Like,
Why not? I mean,
because
at least he tried to do that.
Kanye has done nothing.
Kanye cool.
Okay.
So Kanye cool.
If you think so.
But realistically though,
I mean, are we talking about, 2003 Kanye was okay? Up to about 2000.
no, we ain't talking about Ye. We ain't talking about Yeezy. We talking about Kanye Kardashian. Well, then the legalization of marijuana. What's your standpoint on that?
About time.
So is there anything wrong with marijuana, weed? In your opinion?
I think that there is
it a
something.
drug?
I do believe there is a
Okay.
drug. I think that there is something severely wrong with people who have to smoke continuously every day or their moods are affected. I think that that's called addiction.
But is that the drug or the person?
It's the drug. What?
Maybe
It's
the person just
drug.
have addictive habits.
True.
That's the drug. Like,
Is Kool-Aid addictive?
have you
Newports are addicted.
have you ever started
No.
scratching the shit if you ain't had no
I
Kool-Aid?
never started fucking scratching because I ain't had no more.
I'm saying-
Oh my God, Brandon, are we really finna go here about?
It was different then. You know
Oh,
what I'm
are we
saying?
really finna
It
go
was
here
different
and
then.
talk about
I had
how
to,
you
I had
acted?
to stop.
How you
It
acted
was
crazy
mental for
when
me.
you
It
was on
mental for me.
probation?
It was mental for me.
You acted a fool when you had to stop smoking.
Because I had to.
What was the
It wasn't my
conversation?
choice.
You acted a fool when you had to stop smoking.
It
What was
wasn't
the
my choice.
conversation? Look, B, if
Come
you're
on.
not gonna stop smoking, save us all some time. Let's go to trial. Let's see whatever's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Why you have-
do not stop. No, continue to smoke while you're on this probation. No, I think I can. I think I could do it. This nigga tweaked like, oh my God, I can't stop smoking.
Did I stop?
Did you? I mean, you just talked about how
Fuck you mean? Did I stop?
I mean, no.
I did.
I guess temporarily because you smoke now, so it's not
I
stop.
stopped for them 2 years. I had to stop. That's the thing. It was mental for me.
So it wasn't a stop.
I want to stop because I want to stop, not because I have to stop. I don't want to be in a position where I have because you told me to.
Oh,
Like
I mean,
right-
they didn't tell you to,
Like-
but you could have took a
like
trial
right
and found that guilty.
right now, I haven't eaten meat in 2 fucking years
Yeah.
on my own because I wanted to.
Meat don't have an addictive agent into
You a
it.
fucking liar.
It doesn't.
Mentally,
Let's be very clear.
mentally,
it ain't mental.
mentally.
You smoke blunts, which is what? A paper
Tobacco.
that's tobacco. You put weed into it. That's an addictive agent right there. What are you talking about?
So can a heroin be faced with the same choice of either you stop smoking or go to jail and they just stop just like that?
I mean, people they
Nah,
have.
that's different.
No.
No, they
We're
absolutely
talking
have.
about fucking addiction.
They
We're talking
have.
addiction.
They have.
Addiction versus mental discipline.
No.
If it's the
Let's
same
be very
fucking
clear.
thing.
Let's be very clear. An
Be clear.
addiction is mental. Is an mental situation.
So you just said it's an
But
addiction.
it's an addictive behavior. When you want to, like you said, when a heroin addict wants to decide to stop, then they'll stop.
Boy, if they were faced with a choice with either you stop right now or you
A
go
lot.
to jail.
Some people they have.
Is
They
that-
have stopped.
Is it that easy?
They have. Some people have. Some people no. The same time, the reason why I gave you the admonishment that I gave you is because I had another client who at the same time wanted to cop out, and literally, we kept having he was not 3 months out of his case before he got a violation of probation because he dropped dirty.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so
Shout out
that's
to all
why,
my jobs being clean though. Every last one of them though, B. I never had a dirty drop. You had a dirty drop, B?
I don't know. That ain't nothing
All right,
about
you never.
Well,
we
look,
never had
once
to go
you
back
plead
to court,
guilty,
right?
once you plead
We
guilty,
never
they don't got nothing to
we
do
never
with
had to
it.
go back to court, right?
Once you
I
cop
never
out,
had
they don't got nothing to do
probation.
with it.
I like y'all relationship, man. It's
Yo,
That's too many cases in the making. Let's be very clear.
The thing
But-
is-
too many lawyers you can. talk to like that,
it's
though.
not. And that's why I had to, you know what I'm saying? That's why I want to, you know what I'm saying, give her flowers, you know what I'm saying, in front of everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have been in some trying, to me at that point in time, situations, you know what I'm saying? And she always been there. And she always been solid. She always been 10 toes. You know what I'm saying? There's never been no gray area.
Right.
It's always been black or white. It's this or it's that. There's no in between.
And
You
the
know what I'm saying?
reason being is because, like I say, I was in that situation where a family member was in the and I feel like they sold us a dream to get the money, whatever the case may be, or to get the outcome to hurry up and get the case over with. And they sold us a dream. I don't want to be back on the other end of that conversation when what I said could happen or was going to happen didn't happen, and now you looking at me like, well, what the hell? Because I don't find that to be a very comfortable situation. So I'm not going to sell you a dream. I can tell you the good, the bad. And I think that might be, a situation where why people might go with other people, because they're very adamant. Oh, I can free you. I'm not ever finna guarantee it. I can tell you that I could do my best. What I say, I'm gonna get you off of that trying. Like 50 Cent say, get rich or die trying. I'm gonna get you off of that trying. That's all I could promise you. I can't promise you that you're gonna get the outcome. But with that, people might want, A definite. Oh, I need to know a definite. If you need to know a definite, I ain't giving it to you. And anybody who would definitely
And
give
that
it to
was
you
me.
ain't worth it.
I wanted a fucking definite. I want you to tell me that you got this. You know what I'm saying? Like, get you off of die trying, I'll fuck with you. But here's the thing. I don't want you to die trying. I want you to do this shit.
I want to get out there.
I want to get the fuck about this motherfucker. Jimmy Jam.
Let's be very clear. If we were to something, if you were to lose, then what? Then you gonna look at me and be like, well, you promised me you was gonna win. I can't promise you that. It's too much stuff that's not in my control. I promise you what I can control. I can control my effort and my work. I can't control what the judge gonna say or what these 12 people gonna say. I can just tell you where I'm gonna come, and I'm gonna come legit, and I'm gonna come straight, and I'm gonna put up a case, and you gonna feel like somebody fought for your life. That's all I can promise you. Some people don't. Some people don't have. Some people don't feel like they lawyer fought for them at the end. Most of the time, the people who like get beefed and filed for ineffective assistance of counsel is literally because they never felt like they lawyer fought for them. I'm gonna fight for you. I can't depend on the outcome. I can only tell you what I'm gonna do.
And this is what I'm saying. So all those times when you coming home,
Yeah.
and you like, damn, cuz, like, shit, y'all beating case left and right. Like, damn, G, you beat that? You know what I'm saying? At the same time, like I said, it was my first time ever dealing with a paid attorney. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always telling you, I'm like, man, she got the fucking cheat code. You know what I'm saying? Like, she the truth. You know what I'm saying? And but it's always been, it's never been a deceptive situation with her. It's always been clear cut. It's always been up front so it don't stick out in the back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I have so much respect for her professionally as an attorney. She don't promise you something that, you know what I'm saying, she feel like she really can't do just for the fucking money. You know what I'm saying? And realistically, she puts in the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? She put in the fucking work, like she just said. She, you know what I'm saying? You can see her 2 times a month.
And I'm not even gonna lie, like I've won all my cases. I've lost cases. I have people that have gone to the Department of Corrections, IDOC, but they have never claimed ineffective assistance of counsel, even though I told them whatever way you gotta come home, like you're not gonna hurt my feelings if you try to claim that I did something wrong. But in real life, I don't do nothing wrong, so it's gonna be fucked up for you. Like if that's your last straw to come home on. But if that's the case, do it.
I want you to fight, like you said. Everything
Fight.
you said, I want you. That's exactly what I want to hear.
And she put them gloves on and she go to war.
That's
She's a gladiator.
Perfect pitch right there.
Yeah, she's a gladiator.
But where can we find you at? Like, where's your office? We need.
1725 East 87th Street.
You got an Instagram. You got a.
Instagram is Brittany Kimball ESQ, and website is www.brittanykimballesq.com.
So now, ESQ. Let's put Britt in the fucking hot seat. Now you just Britt.
Are you vouching for this?
Now
I'm talking to you, Reg. Are you vouching for this?
I got to, yeah.
Are you got-
ESQ at the door, Reg. Let's put Britt in the hot seat.
Are you vouching for this? Because I'm only talking to you right now. So are you vouching for
I've been
this?
talking to your fucking shoulder for the past hour. I don't even give a fuck at this point no more. And they all got me good. You know what I'm saying? Like, but drop the handle. Just be Brittany for a second. And let me ask you some shit. Because again, like you said, you the first female that we have had on the show. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. Question number 1. In your household, let's just say you...
This sound like some bullshit already. Okay, go ahead.
In your household, let's just say you're married. Who gets the first plate? Your husband or the kids?
My husband.
Why is that?
Because he the motherfucker who bought the food, so.
I knew it was the reason why I fuck with you.
She answered questions very well.
I knew it was the reason why I fuck with you.
Who you say get the play first?
The man. But
Why?
I would give my child, I would feed my kid.
No, see, and that's what I was saying. Everybody want to sit up and act like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
said the man, though. The man gets the
Well,
Why?
so my grandmother, she came from an era where it wasn't a lot of food. And
How old is grandma?
my grandma is 78.
78.
So, shout out to grandma. And she on Facebook. Just had to put that out there
Shout
real
out
quick.
to Granny there.
My granny on Facebook. But she came from an era where she had 16 brothers and sisters. And so food was not always plentiful, but her father always ate first. And she said it took her since she got older to realize why her mom always fed her father first. Like she said, he's the person that has to go out and work. So if anybody needs the nutrients, it's the breadwinner, because he got to come, and of course their jobs were very, hard labor. So he had to be the one who had the energy. So that's why.
So you see how you said grandma? Mm-hmm. See, I don't think grandmas exist anymore. Now they got what they call glammas.
Yeah, definitely.
Glammas. Definitely. So now, with me being in the industry that I'm in, the culture that I'm in with the club culture, you know what I'm saying? I see grandmas and mamas together in line at the club at the same time.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about that, it might come from grandmas came from the fact that people ain't marrying them and the situation and leave them to take care of these kids by themselves. So now it's like, oh, it's about me, and I'm finna get my soul in, and I'm finna get fine out here.
Grandma?
Grandma.
So grandma like 42, mama like 19, 20.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
who watching them fucking kids? So really?
Look, not them.
Who got the goddamn baby?
Hopefully the daddy.
In the perfect world.
In the perfect world.
Hopefully the daddy.
You good. You good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Check that out. Yeah, that was. I wasn't going there, but that was all right, B. That was okay. See what I'm saying, Joe? That was all right. Hopefully the daddy, but realistically though, not the daddy, but also not the mama. Same situation. You married. Your husband and your father get into an argument. Your husband say, "Let's go." Your father say, "Sit down." What's your next move?
You know what she gonna say.
I don't know what she's gonna say.
She gonna say her.
You think she's gonna say
right.
that? That's what you're gonna say? Your husband?
Absolutely.
Why?
I live with him.
Is it leave and cleave?
Absolutely.
She
Now,
old,
when I get into this car, I might curse him out. Because first of all, I got a problem with you telling me to let motherfucker go. And I might not have been ready to go. But at this moment, I'm going to leave.
See, that's why they need to hear her speak. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's important for the men, but it's important for the women too.
They hearing us
like
speak now. That's why I'm
They
asking.
ain't heard nothing like this. This is what they need to hear, because they've been seeing a lot of shit, but they ain't been hearing nothing. They just been seeing people doing a whole bunch of.
So for the women that say that's my father, men come, men go.
That's true, but you decided to marry this person, so you got to ride with him.
Do you think that's...
It's you and him against the world at this point.
Is that realistically how relationships and marriages are now? Is it
I-
really love?
No, not now.
Yeah.
I think that...
So that's what I'm speaking like now. So like right now...
Well, I
you
can't
married to a
speak
man.
for any other situation than what I would find myself in. If I found myself in a situation and for whatever reason they got into it, this person, he got into it with my daddy, I mean...
Husband say go.
We got to go.
We got to go.
And
Shout out Brett.
But I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk about it in the car.
Absolutely.
I'm not putting on no fairy tale like, okay, honey, but we're gonna talk about it in the car because I want to know what made you think that you could talk to my daddy this way.
Sure.
But we gonna leave.
But that's a conversation for the car, correct?
It's a conversation for the car. And
right here, right now, you walking off.
I'm
right?
walking out the car.
Say
Yep,
less.
I'm walking to the car.
Like that.
There you go.
Dig this though. How long is long enough before you fart in front of the person that you dating?
I don't think it's ever appropriate.
Come on, Britt. Come on, G. Come on, B.
We not really
Don't
cool
leave
right
me
now.
up here, B.
Okay.
God damn it. It's never appropriate. Don't pull in front of me.
It's not okay.
It's never appropriate.
What about wearing a little bonnet out with me when you finna go somewhere?
Okay,
Is
so
that appropriate?
I don't understand. I don't care if it's just with you. I don't know why you would have a bonnet out in public.
Right.
I mean,
I think that's kind of.
I wouldn't care. The man is not the issue. I
Man,
just feel like
I would
should
rather
not
you wear a fucking bonnet than you fart in front of me. If I have to pick between of them, bitch, put the bonnet on. Don't pull in front of me.
Yeah.
Well, I would just say,
Don't pull in front of me.
and everybody not equal, but I will say that my granny, again, that was not something that you just did in public, like, or in any room of the house. Like, you got to go to the bathroom and take care of that if you got to do that. That was my mom and my grandma. So because of
I feel
that,
like we're relating right now.
we're not related.
I just touched on that. That's old.
We're not
school,
related.
too.
That's not old. Listen, I had Sko on here. Shout out Sko the artist. Sko says cool. He pooting back. He pooting right back at her like, bitch, let's get to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think that that's disgusting.
It's
I don't wanna say
nasty as hell, right? Like,
It's really
like,
disgusting.
get up and excuse yourself. Like, let's just, the scenario I gave him, y'all in the bed,
Yeah.
y'all Netflix and y'all chilling, you under the cover, this bitch poop, bird, fan the cover and shit, you know what I'm saying? What's your next move?
Depending on who it is.
I don't think that it's egregious enough to put somebody out.
I do.
Especially if you Netflix and chill.
You have to go. You have to fucking go. JoJo said he can't miss fire. He riding it out. Me, you gotta go.
Well, I would.
Joe say he did less for worse.
He waiting it out.
He riding it out.
I
Don't
don't
say
think,
he like this, like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think that you get put out, but I definitely think that it's not appropriate.
It's not. You think it's appropriate?
What,
And
put
I'm
somebody
talking-
out?
No. A chick pooting in front of you.
But let's see. What if
It all depends
what
on who
if
it
y'all
is.
ain't?
Y'all
What
been
if y'all?
together, I mean,
I saw
it's
that's the question. How long?
But here's the thing. It might be a one night stand. She get put out and just because she,
If
you know,
I'm
had a
comfortable
little.
with you,
I'm
then
trying to
She just had a little
fuck
flash.
though. I'm trying to fuck. Flatcher's my ass. I'm trying to fuck. You taint my image with that smell.
What if it didn't smell? Does she get to stay?
No, if I hear it,
You said you're tainting her image with the smell.
okay, yeah. I've
if it doesn't smell?
never encountered a poop that didn't smell like nothing.
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm telling you, if you poop in front of me, you gotta go. Off the bat.
I don't know.
I don't care how long it is.
What if she
right here, right now.
what if she get in the shower after she passes gas or releases a little air? Because that's what the people call it. They release a little air.
Release a little air.
Just release a little air.
Release a little air, and I'm gonna put your ass out there with the air. I'm fucking pooed it, man.
I'm not gonna release no air.
Okay, so be right now. So situation, you got a mate. You sleep at the crib. Where's your phone?
On a nightstand? That's a trick question. What you mean?
You're asleep right now with your mate. Where's your phone?
You mean like whether it's on ring or on silent?
No. Where's your phone physically located?
Oh, it's either on a nightstand or it's under my pillow.
Under that pillow. Now, this is the fucked up part. Everybody that I've asked this question to has had that pillow answer. You know what I'm saying? I even answered the question under my pillow. You know
What you say?
You sleep
Probably
right
both.
now. Huh?
Nightstand on the floor next to the bed or in the bed.
Is it accessible to your mate?
Well,
Yeah, but it's accessible to me too, right?
it's accessible to me. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Well, why is it under your pillow?
Because it's accessible to me, so I can
Okay,
hear
so
when
the
it
nightstand.
vibrates.
Why is it? Yeah, really?
If my
You
baby,
not gonna hear it vibrate on that hard ass wood?
no,
Lies.
it's not. I'm be honest.
Lies.
If I don't turn the ringer on, this is the problem.
So are you just laying there and you like, fuck it, let me just slide the phone here, or you just put it there? Like, do you think, let me put the phone here?
I don't.
Right.
I
so
don't really
it just
care.
happens. I don't
yeah.
fucking believe none of that, but okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
You don't have to.
You putting your phone in the pillow because you don't want them to see.
Oh, let's be very clear.
Yeah, you don't want to
Anybody
see.
I mess with, you could look. I'm a G about mine. You can have
Oh,
a
yeah,
password.
you thugging it out?
You can have a
thugging it out?
password.
Bro, that's bullshit. That
You
hurts.
can't have a password.
That hurts.
My password is very simple. You can have a password. I don't do nothing I ain't
fucking
gonna
with
tell you.
somebody-
Is it face up or is it face up or face down?
Depends on what it is.
Why does
Are
it
we,
depend? Is
are
it,
we having dinner? If we having dinner, it's face down
why?
because I'm giving you my undivided attention.
You see what I mean by arguing with a lawyer? The answers are always correct. Bullshit. Bitch, if your phone face down, what you had?
Depends
just
on what we're
dinner?
doing.
Huh?
Huh?
Is it just so is that just dinner?
No, I'm just saying, like, if it's any time that I'm giving you my undivided attention, then that's
Okay.
when my
I
phone
dig
is
this.
face down.
Let me ask you this. Can you be right and happy at the same time?
Can you
it
be
depends.
what?
Can you be right and happy at the same time?
It depends.
On what?
In a relationship, depending on who you with.
See, my theory is you either gonna be happy or you gonna be right. You can't be both.
I mean,
that's the way I feel.
it just kind of depends on what we're talking about. If you're talking about like
Relationship
I'm spoiled,
wise.
right? I'm spoiled. You're spoiled. Like I'm argumentative. Sometimes I chalk it up. Sometimes I don't. I feel like I'm overall happy anyway. Sometimes I speak on. Sometimes I don't.
So you pick and choose your battles.
Absolutely. I pick and choose my battles with my 7-year-old. Let's be very clear. Sometimes she come out looking a mess, and I be like, "Girl, go ahead. You can wear that to school. You doing it." And other times I be like, "Where the hell you going with that?" It just depends.
All right. Have you ever?
Whew, I don't like these "have you ever" questions.
Absolutely. Have you ever had your mate in the same room with someone that you've had a relationship with or slept with that they don't know about.
I don't know why that would occur. Like, the only time I think that should occur, that your mate could be in a room with somebody else, is when it's like your child's parent or something like that. Like, have my mate been in a room with my daughter's father? Sure, but I'm pretty sure that he knows that I slept with.
Have you ever?
I think I did when I was younger.
You didn't say nothing?
Why would you say something? What difference does it make?
Know,
Let me ask you.
Sometimes you don't need to know everything.
Man,
You don't need to know
you're a
everything.
fucking idiot.
Let me ask you a question.
No.
What difference would this make? That as long as I'm not fucking that person right now, what difference would it make? Why?
I want to be in the dog.
My buddy used to say this all the time. Like, sometimes, if you ain't got the stomach for it, don't fuck with it.
And he don't got the stomach for it,
I
because the
don't.
fact that you
Bitch
said
don't
that
have
it
that in this
matters,
room. It
the
matters.
fact that
You damn right. I don't have the
is the
stomach
fact
for
that you
it.
said that it matters.
And-
Now you gonna be looking. Now you gonna be looking at your girl crazy like, Dad, you
got-
fucked him.
you
He
got
got
this?
3 ass. Hey, oh, you a nasty bitch. Like, you gonna definitely go in.
No.
You see him
it's
right there. I always gonna tell him
It's not that.
Yeah. Like, what difference
bullshit.
do it make?
It's not that. It's the fact that, you know what I'm saying, don't let a nigga have it up on me.
He don't have it up on you, nigga. I'm
Yeah,
with you
he got
now.
a big up
How?
on me.
Who am I?
That's you.
Who am
That's
I
you.
engaging with right now?
That's you.
You didn't ask. Now a better question might have been if it's a person if you not in a committed relationship and you messing around with two people that's in the same room, do you tell one of them or the other? Now you would say no because you don't want to blow up your spot. But to me, that's more pertinent than I messed with him 5 years ago. Me messing with him 5 years ago has no bearing on what we doing right now. And now if we are not exclusive and my side piece walk in, I might tell you in that situation because I feel like that's a sticky situation.
Yeah.
Because both of these people got feelings involved.
Yeah.
But somebody from 5 years ago or 2 years ago, whatever the case may be,
Yes.
ain't no feelings involved.
Okay. I could dig that. That's great. Because you're not going to, that's, for some reason that shit wasn't right.
Now somebody
with me,
try
you
to
know
steal
what I'm
off
saying?
you, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, fuck us. Yeah, and that's the thing. Don't have me in this bitch lit, you know what I'm saying? You shaking that, we kicking this shit the whole time, you know this nigga in here. I'm this bitch chilling, having content, all of a sudden, I get snaked, I'm bound.
I'm out.
Who is this nigga?
You better stay on your
Whole
P's and
time
Q's.
he was fucking this nigga. And he's
5
sitting
years,
with you.
like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I
but
think
your
he
pussy
crazy.
might have been good. He not done.
Look,
He not over that shit.
that sounds like a personal
He might
problem.
ain't seen you in 5 years. He just seen you. He like, damn,
That sound
that
like-
shit was good.
It sound like a
This who
personal
you
problem.
fucking?
But why would he hit you? He probably hit me because now he mad. Like, why would he hit you? I'm so confused of how. Let's be very
wild.
clear. Nobody knows
That's
that you.
wild.
Why would they even know that you was the person who I was with?
That's crazy. Because we came in together.
Oh, but you didn't say that.
If
they
you
were
go
there
in the
for
club
sure.
with me, I'm on you like white on rice.
Do you have security, like trust issues?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Super
You
trust
might need.
issues.
You might.
I don't
need
trust
to,
a motherfucker.
He said
thing.
something about
I don't
talking
trust
to a
you
mental
far as I
health
can see you.
counselor.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
might need.
we
You
all
might need.
need-
to
I
go
probably
talk.
need to.
I think I told you that when I was
Yeah,
a
you
lawyer.
probably did, but that's for right now. Here today, I haven't done that yet, and right
Oh.
now sitting here.
How many years ago
hell
was this?
yeah.
I think I was
I
pregnant.
don't fucking
I only got
trust-
one kid.
I
That
don't
about
trust shit.
7-8 years ago, and he still ain't went to go get
I don't-
counseling. You see, they don't.
I don't
listen
trust
to
a
you.
motherfucker
They
further
don't
than I
listen
can
to
see
you.
your ass. I trust you do what I know you might do. Yeah.
Even though when they done prove to you that they are a winner, you still don't trust them.
Shit.
What you got next?
Did you
Ain't
catch
nothing
that?
next.
He didn't
Fuck
catch
that.
that. He didn't catch
Well,
that.
right. Yeah, I caught that.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, like,
What's the next question?
Apparently, you didn't prove that yet because at the same time, my trust is still fucked up. Now, is that good? Is that right? No, it's not. It's not.
That means like you need to
It's
go
not.
lay on somebody's couch.
Yeah.
That's not.
I don't know about late, but I'm probably gonna go sit somewhere
But
and
yeah,
talk
but
to somebody.
that's not the issue.
Yeah.
That should not be the issue of your chick. Like, she'll never be able to do enough to prove to you that she's trustworthy if you are adamant on seeing the bad in everybody.
What if I treat you how you act?
My whole thing is, why are you with somebody who you feel like is untrustworthy?
Sometimes that shit happens.
No, I mean, you have 100% control of your own life.
This is true.
I've told you that before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so when people show you who you are,
Believe
who they
them.
are, believe them.
Yeah.
So if somebody call the police on you and it's a sticky situation and you know you ain't do nothing to them and they call the police on you, you leave them at that point.
Is it that easy though?
It is. I will say in the game
Is it that easy?
plan that somebody
It
call the
should
police
be.
on you is very easy.
Yeah, it should be cutting.
Because
it out.
anybody call the police on me, you don't never
It's
gotta
over
hear.
with.
You don't never gotta hear about it again. I could tell you, you could. You call the police on me, it's a wrap.
It's over with.
Definitely
Yeah.
with me.
It's
You don't
a wrap.
love me, you call the police on me. Especially, you know.
Wow.
If you a black man too, that's public enemy number one coming at you. And especially if you
I feel that way.
If you
I
didn't
feel
do
that.
nothing.
Hey, trust me, I feel that way.
And I'm only saying if you didn't do nothing. By all means, if somebody put their hands on you or whatever, call the police, deal with the consequences. But if somebody put their hands on you, to me, you also need to be okay with not hearing from them again.
What about this? I say all the time, I don't hit, I hit back.
In my kumbaya mode, I feel like you
I don't
shouldn't be
hit.
with. I don't feel like you should be with anybody that decides to put their hands on you, because I feel like that puts you in a bad situation. I do have a brother, so I do believe the same thing. Anybody that's big and bad enough to hit a man, they kind of big and bad enough to get hit back. Now, I will say I have ran up in people's face. I'm 5'1". I have ran up in people's face. That's
You
6
don't
feet.
say.
That's 6
You don't fucking say, bro. I don't see that in you right now.
I got a big personality, but I will tell you this: once your ass get hit, I guarantee you shouldn't probably want to run up there no more. But with your mate, I feel like you shouldn't be with somebody that push you to that point that you want to put hands on them in the first place. Like if you want to put hands on them,
enough is enough.
yeah, like if you feel like when you come to the point that you feel like you want to put hands on them, then you need to go. Like I was in college, me and this guy was talking. We was together for a long time, and we were in a situation where like I kind of tossed his phone. I had his phone in my hand. I tossed his phone. I tried to throw it on the carpet, and it landed on the kitchen. It splattered. Right.
You broke the nigga phone.
I broke his phone.
She broke the nigga phone.
I broke the phone. Then
Why? Wait, we'll get to that. Why?
I don't remember.
You don't.
I swear to God, I don't remember.
A fucking lawyer.
I don't remember.
Dig that.
Let's be very clear. I'm about 20 years old.
She'll
I was
never
in college.
incriminate herself.
I was
She
in
don't
college.
remember.
I just
Okay.
incriminate myself telling you I broke the nigga phone.
Okay.
But I broke his phone. Then he gets mad like, you broke my motherfucking phone. So then he tries to take my phone and break it. But then I was ignorant at the time because he couldn't catch me. So I'm like, nah. You got my phone. So I'm egging him on. I absolutely did. So then he grabs a towel, tries to bust my car windows. He don't got no car, but he tries to bust my car windows.
You gotta throw that in.
You have to
Nigga
throw that
always
in.
tell some
I always
shit.
try to tell some stuff that he can't repair. You know what I'm saying? You know, we still broke college students. So anyway, long story short, like his friend tried to get me, try to act like he trying to break up the fight between us. And that's when he was able to grab my phone. It was a razor. Y'all remember the razors?
Yeah.
Popped the
The slim
motherfucker in
joint,
two. Yeah, popped it in two. We literally, so then the whole fight, we done. We don't talk like that night. Next morning, we back together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we both in Jackson, Mississippi, looking dumb as hell with no cell phones, having to call our parents on the calling card, telling them we don't got no phone. Like, do you know how stupid that make you look?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, all of this stuff ain't really worth it. Like, that's when I realized that you gotta try to.
What school you went to?
Jackson State University.
Swag.
Woo, woo!
She was in the swag.
Jackson State.
She was in the swag. Yeah.
Yep. So like I'm black, like not
Black,
play, not play,
Uber
not for
black,
play.
super black, not
Yeah.
for play, black.
Not for play. But
Shout
yep.
out black. Well, I guess that's that's about it, B. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for sliding on us. You know what I'm saying? Giving us your opinion on
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. And again, y'all go check out what's the website they can what's your website?
Brittany Kimball. Kimble. ESQ.
Spell Brittany. Spell Brittany.
BRITTANY. KIMBLEESQ.com.
ESQ.
And that's the same thing for
Your social media is the same way?
Instagram. Yep.
Instagram. Y'all go check out Britt, man. I'm trying to tell you, she the truth, man. Appreciate you for coming through here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Man,
even though I
listen.
ain't talked to you for half the show.
It's always these battles, man. I was prepared for this.
Yeah.
Our conversations, even just, you know what I'm saying, it's like regular conversations, go this exact way every
Yeah, but he
fucking
usually
time.
bow out, and that's the part I don't like. He want to rile you up and then want to like bow out and be like, "Well, it's no when they're arguing with
It's
a lawyer."
no winning arguing with you.
Then why do you even
argue
start?
for a fucking
Then
living.
why do you even start? Just decide that I'm right in the beginning and don't start the conversation.
Iron sharpens iron. I got to stay sharp.
I guess.
Yes,
Thanks
know what
for
I'm saying?
having me.
Absolutely. Reg,
What's going on?
last episode,
Yeah.
I tried to pull it.
Okay.
The key to life. I need something this week, God. I need something. You got something for me?
Shit, watching y'all, just stay mentally healthy. Like, you know, everybody out here getting in shape physically, but mentally, a lot of people neglecting themselves. So it's a pandemic. It's a lot of time for people to get regimens, to be in tune with themselves, but they not. They still picking up that phone, like she said. They still going and running and doing stuff with their buddies, but you need to stay mentally healthy. And a lot of times you got a lot of toxic shit around you, like people in your life, and you invite them in your home, and then y'all go and do some bullshit, and then you want to complain about it, but you don't ever take those people out your life. You got to start being mentally healthy and saying no to unhealthy shit in your life. And that could be your mother, that could be your father, that could be your best friend. So
toxic is toxic, no matter the handle that's in front of that name.
No matter what. And we got a lot of time out here now with this pandemic going on. We ain't got nothing to do but invest in ourselves mentally. Because to me, your mental state, your mind is your filter. Everything else don't really matter, because at the end of the day, it got to run through your mind before it get that final decision. So I just say stay mentally healthy, invest some time in yourself and your mental state. And if something ain't healthy for it, get rid of it.
Facts.
So
The same way as if you Putin and shit, get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reds Grand Harder, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brittany Kimball, Esquire. Shout out to JoJo. I'm your boy, Prophet Rothstein.
I'm Reds Grind Hard and Inspire.
And this is the podcast. Heat Check. Appreciate y'all for fucking with us, man. We'll catch you next time.
With the cocoa, make a fiend get his feet like go-go. Came in with stick, no pogo. Bo Nick make everybody get low. One shot to the head, that no low. All my hitters gon' hit on score go. Just like this money we don't fold. We live and die by the Chico. Vegas bitch with the style. And a quarter brick of that guy. Keep hoes, she don't speak, she shot. On bro shit, let